Hi and welcome back to the next video. Today's lesson again is rising, running, stepping, scaling, dilating figures on the coordinate plane. So in our previous lessons, we learned how to do dilation using the origin as the center of dilation. And it was super simple. All we had to do was just multiply coordinates by the scale factor. But what happens when they tell you that the center of dilation is not at the origin? Now don't freak out, it's going to be real easy. It just takes a couple of extra steps to be able to figure it out. So let's look at this example. Here's triangle ABC. Now our instructions are telling us that our center of dilation is at 3, 3, and our scale factor is 2. So the first thing you should know right away is that you're going to be making a dilation that's going to enlarge that triangle. So our new triangle is going to be bigger than the one that we have now. But we can't just multiply these coordinates by 2 because our center of dilation is not at the origin. So like I said, it's not going to be hard to be able to figure this out. We just have to take a couple of extra steps. So in order to determine the dilation of a figure not centered at the origin, you follow these steps here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract the x and y coordinates of the center from the x and y coordinates of the points. So let's start with point A. So point A is at -3, -3. And our center of dilation is at 3, 3. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll subtract the x and y coordinate of the center from the x and y coordinate of each point. So basically, the point minus the center. So the x coordinate will be -3 minus 3, and the y coordinate will be -3 minus 3 as well. So what is -3 minus 3? That's -6 for both of them. Now we'll take those coordinates and we're going to multiply by the scale factor. And our scale factor for this problem is 2. So what's -6 times 2? That's -12 for both of these again. And then finally, we're going to add the x and y coordinates of the center to the new ones that we just found, the -12 and -12. So what is -12 plus 3? Well, that's -9. And again, what is -12 plus 3? That's -9 as well. So our new point A is going to be -9, -9. And we'll repeat the process for the other 2 points. Point B is at 3, -3, and point C is at -3, 1. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract the point from the center. So the point minus the center. Now we're going to get these new coordinates and we're going to be multiplying it by the scale factor. And again, our scale factor for this problem is 2. So we're going to multiply each one of these coordinates by 2. And now we're going to add the x and y coordinates of the center to the new x and y coordinates that we found out for each point. So there you go. Now we have the new points for A, B, and C. Point A was -9, -9. Point B we found out was 3, -9. And point C is -9, -1. Once we have all these points, let's connect them together, and now we can see that we have a new figure that's twice the size of the original one, because our scale factor was 2. And remember, if our scale factor was smaller than 1, then that would mean that we would have a smaller triangle for this problem. So it wasn't so hard, see? All you have to do is follow these 3 steps, and you're going to be able to do all types of dilation. So I hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!